Good afternoon, guys. It's Work and bringing you a quick update on Bitcoin. Hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon. We're looking at Bitcoin to the US dollar, just the one-day chart on Coinbase. And I wasn't going to do a video, guys, but I thought we had something happen in the market that justified it. And I've had a couple questions on this, so I'm going to go ahead and run this video. Last time we spoke, Bitcoin was huddled right up against, of course, resistance. I called out resistance at about between 84 and 8,500. We'll split the difference, call it 84.50, and that's exactly where price has been attempting to get through. If we come in here and we look at the 4-hour chart, we kind of zoom in here, guys, we can see we had another retest of that area, kind of a little double top here, another rejection, nothing too hard at this point, but the area that I can't stress enough, in my opinion, the two areas that we're watching, as I pointed out yesterday, guys, this area right down here between about 7,600, and of course our area up here that we just discussed at about 84.50, 8450. One of these two needs to get a decisive break, and if and when that does happen, guys, that's going to be a signal to either go long or go short. It's going to be a signal that we're going to be coming down or we're going to be possibly coming up, because there's above here, there's just not, as we've talked about numerous times, guys, there's just not a whole lot of resistance as we get above 8,500. And the next major area of resistance would be that 10,000 area right up here, this prior swing high. And of course, we know 10,000 is a good psychological support, or psychological number. So, coming up, it would make sense that that area would act as resistance. So that really is the next area that I'm looking for if we get a decisive break above 84.50. And again, by decisive, I mean a daily candle, both opening and closing. We can wick above it, but I want to see a daily candle both opening and closing above 84.50. If that happens, that's going to be your signal to go long. Pardon me. To the downside, zooming in here to the 4-hour, as I pointed out yesterday, guys, we have this area right here at approximately 7,500-ish, 75, 7,600. And of course, that was a major area. That was not a major, but that was an area of resistance on this overall structure here. That was resistance, came up, and then of course, what was resistance started acting as support, textbook, and that was bullish. Now, if we do break back down below this, guys, I think it'll be a rather quick drop, possibly down. The first area that I can see it dropping down is going to be somewhere around 7,000 to 7,100. That's a possibility, but there's really not a lot of support there. Really, the next area of major support is going to be down here at about 67 to 6,800, and of course, that's where I've got buy orders. As I told you, I've got buy orders laddered from that point all the way down to 6,000. So, if we ever do get down there, of course, we'll take advantage of that. But if this does break, if we get a decisive daily candle closing below 7,500, guys, I am expecting that drop down to about 67 to 6,800 at least. To the upside, of course, we just discussed that. This thing could go parabolic. There's no question about it. But let's go ahead and look at the reason that I'm really doing this quick update, guys. Looking at shorts here, you can see that shorts just fell off the board here pretty drastically. In fact, by drastically, I'm going to go ahead and measure it exactly. I think at about, what is it, about 39%? Let's see. Actually almost 41%, guys. 41%, 40.9%. So yeah, this was a massive drop in shorts, but that's not necessarily the strange thing about this, guys. What's rather strange about this drop in shorts is how quickly it happened. If I zoom in here to the 15-minute chart, you can see it all happened at one time, guys. So this is one big player dumping all his shorts all at once. Typically, what happens when you dump your shorts, guys? Typically, when you dump your shorts, you buy, right? That's how you close your short position. You buy. So if we look at when this happened at let's see, on May the 16th at 3:35 UTC. So let's come over here and check what was going on with price at 3:35 UTC, and let me just zoom in here to the 30 minutes so we can really emphasize the point here. May the 16th. 3:30. So price was sitting right here when this happened, 3:30. This candle right here, not this candle where it even dropped, but this candle right here. And price was already kind of on its way down. But really, this candle was extremely, and again, I'm on the 30-minute, this candle was extremely insignificant, guys. You would think a 40% liquidation in shorts like that, guys, you would think that all that buying would cause at least a temporary spike in price. And really, nothing. We got literally almost nothing during that, and then following that, of course, price continued to come down, and that continues to to support the theory that when shorts drop, when the market is betting on price going up, oftentimes price goes down. When shorts stack, when the market is betting on price going down, price often goes up. So the fact that we've had that massive degree, that massive drop in shorts, but again, it was only by one person. It tells you just how possibly manipulated this market is. There's something, but the price didn't move. There's just something fishy about all of this, guys. There's something very strange about all of this. Yes, price did end up coming down. Yes, that does support my theory. When shorts go down, price also goes down. But you would expect a larger move in price to the upside, at least temporarily. We did not get that, and I just find that very, very strange. And it's kind of a cautionary tale, guys. I don't want to spread any FOMO or FUD at all. But I just want to point out the how peculiar that is. And just kind of that to say, be careful. I'm seeing some of this say, some people say they're taking that as a bullish sign. I personally, I don't. When I see not only short stacking, or excuse me, not only shorts falling off the board, but if we come over here and we look at long positions had been stacked. Now, yes, they fell off here a little bit, but overall, long positions have been relatively stacked. And now, looking at the ratio between longs and shorts, we've got longs outpacing shorts significantly. So, if price does come down here, yes, we can call that manipulation. We can call that people trying to liquidate the long positions if it does end up dropping here significantly. If price goes up in the face of shorts dropping like that, I think that would be a fairly healthy sign, guys. That would tell you that a lot of the manipulation that we've seen in the past, it's not quite as easy to do now. If we come over here and we look at the overall daily volume, we're sitting at 33.5 billion. If daily volume closes that high, that would be a new daily volume high. We'll have to wait and see if that ends up happening. Right now, our all-time high in daily volume is sitting at about 32 billion. That happened on May the 14th, so we'll have to wait and see how it plays out today. But yeah, we're currently above that. And the higher the volume is, the more difficult it is to manipulate price. The more people that are swimming, the more people the more people that are in the market, the harder it is to move the market. It just makes sense, right? So, I'm very interested to see how this ends up playing out, guys. I really am. I think a break above here in the face of those shorts dropping would be a fairly for sign. But we'll have to wait and see. Typically a breakdown in shorts like that with long stacking, I would be looking for market makers to try to liquidate those long positions and drive price down. And we're really not seeing, again, with the significant move in short, we're really not seeing a synonymous move in price, which again is very peculiar, but we're gonna have to wait and see. All that being said, all we have is TA to look at, guys, and TA again is telling me we've got two major zones that we're watching. As I said, guys, 75 to 7600 and 84 to 8500 to the upside. A decisive break in either one of those would be a bullish or bearish sign here in the short term. Again, by decisive, I mean a daily candle, both opening and closing. Coming back in, looking at our daily RSI, guys, we can see, of course, I pointed this out yesterday. We can see that we're showing, obviously, price created a higher high. Looking at the RSI, we had kind of a double top here, which again is bearish divergence here. And now we have not yet seen this played out. We had a little bit of a drop here, and we had a little bit of bearish divergence on the 4-hour, which basically I think this is cleared at this point. But overall, this daily bearish divergence has not yet been confirmed. We'll have to wait and see. I do think it'll be confirmed if and when we drop below that 75, 7600 zone here. If that does happen again, guys, as I said, I think we're coming down to about 67.50. But this is showing some leg. Bears are showing some leg. Bears are coming out here trying to get back in the fight, and it'll be very interesting to see if they end up doing it, if they're able to. So while I got you here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and quickly go over the moving averages, exponential moving average. Nothing's really changed since yesterday, guys. We got the 8-week. We're looking at the weekly chart now. The 8-week EMA crossing above the 55-week EMA here. We are still watching the 21-week EMA to see if it can get above the 55. Again, all showing signs of strength. All very, very bullish so far. Nothing really has changed since yesterday. Looking at the daily chart, we are seeing a little bit of again the bears trying to come to life here. We'll have to wait and see kind of how this plays out here. But of course, with the at the top of the extended Bollinger Bands here, you would expect a little bit of a correction without question. I'll be watching the 8-day, the 8-day EMA here to see if it does act support. That's sitting right around that area of that that plane that I was talking about, whether or not we did a breakthrough, we're sitting at about 7,500, 7,600. It's really right above that 8-day EMA. We'll have to wait and see if that starts acting as support. But again, nothing too significant to show, guys. Right now, everything looks strong. We got the 8-day EMA above the 21, above the 55. Just nothing but strength showing so far, and we'll have to wait and see kind of how this ends up playing out, guys. But overall, the main purpose of today's video, guys, was discuss the tremendous drop in shorts, because I know I had a lot of questions about that. And actually, the first person to bring that to my attention when I woke up at like 5:30 this morning, looked at my announcements, I'll just give him a quick shout out here, was CNG on YouTube. He was the first kind of to draw that to my attention with shorts dropping significantly. So thank you to CNG. Until next time, guys, we're going to wrap it there. Trade safe. Take care of yourselves. This is Working. Signing out.